Clarification: this is to inform. Thank you to the people who communicated through the DeviantArt sector. With the majority of support messages there, as well as some here. Clearly, YouTube does not give you the option of a private chat because it is not their focus, and I think that's perfect. Don't forget to follow me on Day. Okay, let's start. I think you all deserve the truth, everyone who is in good faith deserves the truth, and I think it warrants a video. Clearly ignoring this is like ignoring the sun in broad daylight. Talking about my situation, about what happened. I know I care a lot about personal matters, but I made the choice to leave some things public or, well, to record it in a video for more transparency. Let's start. Topic 1, 2022 to 2023. I started having medical problems. I literally had cancer. I was previously operated on for many things, but clearly, dealing with basic to the highest issues, 9 operations in areas focused on accidents or microfractures. I used to do martial arts and had domestic accidents. The cancer issue was a bit more complex. Because I was working part-time in a scrapyard, I don't know what you would call it, cars or any destroyed or abandoned metal objects, I needed money. I'm not rich either, but I value the commitment to save and be able to buy things I need, as well as pleasures. Well, I got hurt one day in that place with a metal that, besides having mold and being rusty, weeks later I started feeling weird. I have medical insurance, luckily. Initially, they thought it was stress. I don't blame them, most of the doctors in that hospital know me. They recommended vitamins and rest. But as more time passed, I had more effects on my body, which clearly warranted hospitalization and 1,000 tests. It was hell, it only gave me some peace to already have trust with the nurses in the hospital. Everything was done more comfortably, but it was inevitable to think, have I reached the end? Is this it? Everything? Each week I lived worse than before. The few times a bacterium or external agent enters and can attack us, it's different due to a malfunction of our body or DNA. Note, I was pre-chemo because the doctors wanted to try the least invasive option not to indirectly harm other parts of me. But when the cards were laid out, one doctor came up with the idea, in the full swing of COVID, to see its behavior. More news in a clinical case published in the British Journal of Haematology, in London, about how the bacterium acted. In this case, a virus. Context so you understand what this doctor wanted to do and saved my life, COVID in the blood. Once inside the cell, the virus uses the host cell's machinery to translate its RNA into new copies of the virus. In a matter of hours, a single cell can produce tens of thousands of new viral particles, which then infect other cells. But of course, seeing rumors of not understanding how patients with positive cancer, that is, not external, he proposed that I intentionally get infected with COVID, infecting T cells. During the pandemic, there was no hospital that took samples and saw what happened, but he tried with a COVID sample that he decided to emulate T cells. It could have ruined my life, it was risky, but I was weak but still conscious. He injected me with the sample based on his studies and rumors. It wasn't a magical solution in time, but the protocol for chemo was to wait about 2 weeks in my case. I started feeling better, the doctors didn't understand how in the first week. They thought it was just a good boost, nothing more, but in the second week, I was just a person without cancer. They took samples and were surprised how variants of the T cell ended the external pathogen that gave the green light to the cancer. Remember, I literally could have died or gotten worse, but it's not the same external as internal in the cancer issue. Science and health are still studying that. That was one of the most difficult moments of my life, which led me to think, now what? COVID previously with other loved ones of mine was the author or director of their deaths, but with me, it was the most unexpected hero. Thanks to this doctor, even to this day I get check UPS and I'm perfect, with no traces of anything bad. I managed to see him a month later and gave him some sweets he told me he loves to eat. I should have given him more things, but he's a great man. Let's close the health issue here, right? Okay, topic 2, after moderately recovering, my country was on a roller coaster. Literally now, currently we are stable with slight drops and rises, healing. It was difficult to communicate with you. Besides, this started as a hobby for me, but I needed to pay for things. I live alone, I'm from Argentina, and let's say good economy and Argentina don't go hand in hand at the moment. That's why I asked for your support to cover expenses and I released episodes faster. Nobody lives on air, and I know I received thousands of requests, but a little respect. Those who talked to me on day, I always spoke to them with transparency, realism, and everything. I understand you are offended. That's why I hope that what I spoke in private and now declassify my life, I hope that the insults or complaints decrease somewhat. If the 600 subs each donated $1, I could release weekly chapters. And you know well the things I do because I upload practice work to not lose the essence on my day. I know YouTube should pay, but I'll explain something, I have all the videos in yellow, all. And even if I meet the requirements that YT asks of me, the earning rate in LATAM is not the same as in America or Europe, literally. I conclude the monetary topic and also for not being present. But to conclude, I hope you don't take what we talked about badly. Thanks to those who saw my birth, my best times. I know you won't like what I'm going to say, but I need you. Those who can donate, it would be the best, so I could solve daily expenses problems. And if I have excess, I would retake cancelled ideas or talk to animators. But first, of course, the base. I need to be stable to create content. I know my stories are comic style, still nothing current, but well, I wasn't lucky. Anything, I invite you to talk to me on my DeviantArt account Bullus999. Plus the links to support me. Thank you very much.